Yeah, now we will discuss how to take backup for PaaS services. We have a PaaS service here. Let's go to the resource groups. Sharing my screen. We have PaaS service here, app services. So now we will take backup for this web app. Services, test web app. Yes, these are web application. So now we will learn how to take backup for this web application. Okay. So here we have an option called backup. Go to backup. Here now backup data to display. Configure custom backups. Click on configure custom backups. Okay. So for PaaS services, the backup data will be stored in storage account. So for that, we need to create a storage account. We will create a new storage account with the web app backup. Web app backup. Central US. Okay. And we click on create container. So let me explain you clearly. So for all the web apps that we create, backup will be stored in a storage account. Let's say storage account. We have different types in storage account: containers, queues, blobs, and all those stuff. Among them, we use container to store the backup. Use container to store the backup. So here, while taking backup, we can select either the storage account that we have previously. So this is the web app, the storage account, this is the container. Okay. So here we created a new storage account, and in that storage account, if you have any container, we can select it. If you don't have any container, we can create a new container. Here I am creating a new container. Web app backup. Set schedule. When the backup needs to happen. So 8:45 a.m. 10:45 a.m. I'll go for 10:48 a.m. Let us see whether it takes backup or not. Local time. Okay. Retention period. So retention period means once the backup is taken, how many days it needs to store in the Azure. If I give it 10 days, the backup will be stored only for 10 days. The maximum time will be 30 days. I'm giving it 10 days so that once the backup is taken, it will be stored in 10 days in Azure. After 10 days, it is automatically deleted. Okay. So we are trying to take a backup here. To take a backup, we need a storage account. So we have created a new storage account. Either we can create a new storage account or select the existing storage account on the container. Container will be present in storage account. Then give the schedule when the backup needs to happen. I want backup to happen in this particular time. Let's say 50. Okay. Then what is the time zone? I'm selecting my time zone. It is Indian time zone. Backup retention period 10 days. Configure. The backup is getting configured. See every day. So once the backup gets configured every day, whatever the data that is present in the web app will be stored in will be taken to the backup. So the backup got failed because the storage account name is already taken. So we need to give a new name. Let us go storage account. Create new storage account. Web app 17/08/2022. Create. container backup 1708 2022. Create new container. Create schedule. This is taking UTC plus or minus 5. So I think it is taking Indian time 50. Okay. Backup retention period 10 days. Configure. So backup got configured. Let us refresh this. Backup is getting configured. I will wait for some time. So backup configuration completed. Okay. Now if we refresh this stress, then we can see backup. No, every 1 hour. See, we have a backup every 1 day, custom backup. Okay. So now the backup has been configured. This is the custom backup that we have configured. Okay. After 10:50, the backup will be taken. Let's wait for some time. Now we can see the we have configured custom backup at this particular time. So backup was taken successfully. So custom backup we set once in every day at this particular time. So backup was successfully taken. So for example, we want to restore this backup. For example, if something happened to our web, what we'll do? All our data will be stored in this backup. So once we restore this backup, we'll get our web. Let me explain you clearly. This is the web app. Something happened to the web app and some issues happened. So what we do, once we click on restore backup, see whatever the data that is stored in the backup will be again taken back to the web app. So for example, you take backup at 12 p.m. So the entire data present in your web app will be stored in the backup at 12 p.m. After, for example, at maybe after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. if someone happens to the web app and the web app got some issues, so you will restore the backup that is taken at 12 p.m. So whatever is the status of web app at that 12 p.m. you will get the same state, that is you will get the same data again. So I'll try to restore this backup. I'm trying to restore. Once I click on restore, so it will ask me whether I want to take it from custom backup or automatic backup. See, I want to restore this particular backup, that is uh, this one. I want to restore this backup, so I'll select custom backup. Restore custom backup, which was done on August 17. August 17. Okay, this is the app service. Deployment slot. Advanced options. Ignore configuration domain. Include database. If I give this, see if I select a new one, it will be stored in a new slot. Okay, in the same web app. But if I select the web app itself, what is thing? It will override the data. That is, it will delete the data present in the web app and it will store the backup data. Okay. So now I click on if I click on this one and if I click on restore, it will override the data. See whatever data I'll give you a scenario. I'll explain you a scenario clearly. Suppose you have a web app. This is the web application, and many things are going on your web application. So you can have configured the web app at 12 at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. for suppose. At 5 p.m. what will happen? A backup whatever the data present in the web app, the same data will be taken to backup and stored in the backup at 5 p.m. Backup 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Okay. Now, after 5 p.m., for example, at 6 p.m., if something happened to the backup and the web app, if something happened to the web app and web app got issues, data in the issue, we got some data loss also happened. So what you need to do? You need to restore the backup. Once you restore the backup, what will happen? Whatever is the data present at the 5 p.m. in the web app, you will get the same data again because the data is stored in the backup and it will be taken back to the web app. So whatever is the data present at 5 p.m., you will get the same, but she will get the same state of web app again. Okay. So if you select a new slot, what will happen? If you select a new slot, what will happen? If you create a new web app, it will create a new web app. Okay. And it will store the backup data here. It will restore the backup data here. But if you click on if you select a new slot, then it will store in the new web app here. But if you click on the same web app, what will happen? The data that is present, this is the original web app, right? This is the original web app. So whatever is the data present in the web app will be deleted and this data will be pasted here. So you will get the web app as it is at the 5 p.m. as it was there at 5 p.m. Okay, clear case. So let us store the backup, restore the backup. So I'm selecting it the same web app, so it will restore the data, it will replace it. Restore, restoring app services plan. Restoring successful. That means restoring successful means whatever is the data present here at 5 p.m. will be restored again, depending on not only 5 p.m. whatever time you give. That's it. This is the how to create a backup for web apps and how to restore the backup for web apps. Thank you guys.